If you've been scrolling online lately, you might have come across something called Glovoro Fungal nail patches. These patches claim to treat toenail fungus overnight using something called hydrogel technology, and they're marketed as a natural, mess-free alternative to traditional treatments. Sounds pretty convenient, right? But before you get too excited, let's take a closer look at whether this product actually lives up to its promises or if it raises some red flags. One of the biggest claims made by Glovoro is that it can kill fungus deep below the nail bed. Now that sounds impressive, but here's the thing. Treating nail fungus isn't that simple. The nail plate is actually very tough, and getting any treatment to penetrate deep enough to kill the fungus is difficult. That's why doctors usually recommend oral antifungal medications or specially formulated topical treatments that are designed to go deeper. A patch that just sits on top of your nail is unlikely to reach the infection underneath. Without any solid clinical evidence or studies to back this claim, it starts to sound more like marketing than real science. Another thing that raises concern is the lack of transparency from the website selling this product. Normally, with a legitimate health-related product, you'd expect clear contact details like a phone number or a physical address, but in this case, there's only an email provided. That makes it harder to verify who's behind the product or to reach out if something goes wrong, which isn't exactly reassuring. Then there are the classic urgency tactics. You might see things like offer ends today, low stock, or sold out multiple times. These are commonly used to create pressure and push you into making a quick decision without thinking it through. While this is common in online marketing, it's not something you usually see with trustworthy medical treatments. The reviews also deserve a closer look. At first glance, they might seem convincing, but the images used look a bit too perfect. The nails appear very similar across different photos, with consistent lighting and smooth textures. Real customer photos usually vary a lot more in quality and appearance, so this kind of uniformity can be a sign that the images are not genuine. So what's the final verdict? Glovoro fungal nail patches might not be a confirmed scam, but there are definitely several warning signs that shouldn't be ignored. From unrealistic claims to questionable marketing tactics and lack of transparency, it's something you should approach with caution. If you're dealing with nail fungus, it's always safer to go for treatments that are medically tested and recommended. Stay informed and don't rush into buying something just because it sounds like a quick fix.